जय विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिवृजकाचार्य स्तोत्र सत श्री श्रीमद डिवाइन ग्रेस ऑफ इटर्नल दांत स्वामी शिल प्रभुपाद की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की नामाचार्य शिल हरिदास ठाकुर की प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की श्री राधा कृष्णा गोप गोपीनाथ श्यामकुंड राधाकुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की ब्रजभूमि वृंदावन धाम की मायापुर नवदीप धाम की हरिनाम संकीर्तन की तुलसी देवी की भक्ति देवी की गंगा माई की जमुना माई की सामवेत भक्त वृंद की आप सब वैष्णव भक्त वृंद की असेंबल वैष्णव भक्त वृंद की गौर प्रेमानंदी। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिन् इति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषण्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्री चैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिंधुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवास आदि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्ण हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। तो संबंध अभिधेय और प्रयोजन सर्वशास्त्री गाय। चैतन्य महाप्रभु कहते हैं, चैतन्य महाप्रभु is saying that in all the scriptures that exist, these three subjects are mainly described, and that is Sambandha, Abhideya and Prayojan. So we talk quite, I think this is English, no? English. So always hear lots and lots about Sambandha Gyan and Abhideya Gyan. Sambandha means I am spirit soul, part and parcel of Krishna. And Abhideya means that's why I must serve Krishna. Because I am part of Krishna, the only way I can become peaceful, blissful, happy is by serving Krishna. So, how to serve Krishna? That also we hear extensively. There are hundreds and millions and unlimited kinds of services to Krishna. And amongst that services, sadhanera madhye sreshta navavidha bhakti, Krishna prem, Krishna ditya, dhare mahasakti, tar madhye sarvasreshta nama sankirtan, niraparade naam laile, paye premadhan. The topmost method of serving Krishna is Noda Bhakti, Sravanam Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Pada Sevan Marchanam, Vandanam Sakhyam, Dasyam Atma Nivedanam. And amongst this Noda Bhakti, Niraparade Nam Laile Paye Premadhan. The easiest Abhideya, easiest and topmost service, seva to Krishna, is to chant his holy name. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. So this is easiest and a topmost. Minimum 16 rounds service every day. So if you serve dog, dog will love you, dog will love you. If you serve child, child will love you. If you serve Krishna, God, Krishna will love you. So easiest method of serving Krishna is mainly through chanting the holy name, his holy name. So that is Abhideya. And Prayojan, Prem Prayojan. Purushartha Siromani, Prem Prayojan. So today we can try to talk about Prayojan. Of course, it can never be complete talking about Prayojan, Prema. Krishna Prema. What is Krishna Prema? How much Krishna Prem do I have? How can I measure how much Krishna Prem I have? And the volume of Krishna Prem, how much volume I have? Or is it just a lips service talk? So we can scrutinize this today. So what is Krishna Prem? So you cannot describe, you cannot define. You have to experience it. It is not a matter of description or defining. We have to experience it. But there are some symptoms, or there are some external characteristic and internal characteristics of love of Krishna. So, the internal characteristic of love of Krishna is that you always want to give him pleasure and never expect any drop of pleasure for oneself. Tat sukhe sukhitvam, tat dukhe dukhitvam, iti priti lakshanam. Lakshan, characteristic. Priti lakshan, characteristic, internal characteristic of love. Lakshan is tat sukhe sukhitvam. All I am interested is how I can make Krishna happy by whatever resources I have, starting with my body, mind, intelligence, and then whatever I have. Whatever I have is meant for giving pleasure to Krishna. So that is the characteristic of love. Tat sukhe sukhitvam. So, gopis, they were mirror image of Krishna's bliss. Just like my mirror into image, if I am smiling, then image is smiling. And if I am morose, my image is moroseful. Similarly, tat sukhe sukhitam. Krishna is happy, gopis are blissful. And Krishna is not happy. He had a headache in Dwarika. They became distressful and give dust as much as Narad Muni would like. But queens and others, yogis, they hold on to their dharma. I will go to Narka. I'll go to hellish region. So mirror image, gopis. When Krishna is happy, they are happy. Krishna is dukhi, here. We'll go to hell for him. We don't mind, but make him happy. Tat sukhe sukhitvam, tat dukhe dukhitvam iti priti lakshanam. So, this prema increases and increases and increases. And the topmost, beyond our imagination and experience, Radharani is saying what is actually Lord Chaitanya and Ramananda Rai conversing. So, topmost, when Ramananda Rai said, this is top, symptoms of love. What is that? Naso Raman, Naham Ramani. Duhu man manobhav peshal jani. Radharani says that in that love of Krishna, I forget I am Radha, and Krishna forgets he is Krishna, and Prem Vivarta. Radharani started acting like Krishna, and Krishna started acting like Radharani. Dohu man Manobhav Peshal Jani. Their heart melt. Na so Raman, na ham Ramani. Na wo Raman raha, na main Ramani rahi. What happened? Our both heart got melted and it became juice, ras, and one ras. It became same rasa. So we became same. Forgot about who am I, who he is, became one. That's then Lord Chaitanya put his hand on the mouth of Ramananda Rai. This is it. No more. So this is prema. This is prema. That every single drop of distress of opposite becomes distress of Vishay and Alamban. Vishay and Alamban becomes one. Krishna is Vishay and we all, Radharani, we all are Alamban. It's a rasic term, all this. But so this is now neutral characteristics of love, symptoms of love. So we have to see where we are and scrutinize ourselves. Constant examination, internal own examination. So when we attain that love of Krishna, then our chitta, mind, intelligence, ego, chitta ki dravata, chit melts. Our heart melts, mind melts, that drava, we describe that. So, and the external symptoms, because you cannot describe what is love, very difficult. You can say so many things, but we can experience, anubhav. So then, the external symptoms we can see. What are the external symptoms of love, neutral symptoms of love? Just like if you have a fever, you cannot see with your eyes. That doesn't mean that he doesn't have a fever. But when you touch barometer, thermometer, then with the temperature, touch, we can say, yeah, it's a temperature, it is fever. But I don't see any fever. So you cannot see, but you can have a symptoms. The temperature is a symptoms of fever. Similarly, when our heart, mind, intelligence becomes melted, so that is the symptoms. One of the symptoms, chitta dravata, chitta ki dravata, that cheta darpan marjanam. That's why we are always saying cheta darpan marjanam. Cleanse the mirror of mind and heart by chanting the holy name. So, the another symptom, second symptom is chitta ki suddhi. That our mind, heart, ego becomes purified, pure, becomes purer and purer. And under such circumstances, when it becomes pure, then automatically Asta Sattvic Vikar, such as Nayanam Galad Asru, Pulakai Nichitam, Nayanam galadasrudharaya vadanam gadgadaruddhaya gira pulakai nichitam vapukada. So these external symptoms manifest. That we cry in love and separation from Krishna. Our heart becomes melted. Hare Krishna, Madhavati Prabhu. Dhanyavad. Cushion do inko, cushion. Where is the cushion? Hare Bhaiya. Okay. Maybe you can have a chair here. Okay. So heart becomes melted. And then when heart becomes melted, then all these symptoms of ecstasy manifest in our heart. Rupa Goswami. And he is describing 8 symptoms. Sattvic vikar. Nayanam galadasrudharya. Vadanam gadgadaruddhaya gira. Pulakai. Pulak. Stamba. Vaivarnya. Bepatu. Haye Sambhasana. Bhakti Vinod Thakur. Rang, but the color of the body changes. You become pink, you become blue in ecstasy of love of Krishna. Rang, Bed. Stune, you become like a column, non-movable. Sthita, stune. So all these symptoms manifest in our self. So that's a symptoms of purified consciousness. Chitta, man, buddhi, ahankar. So other symptoms, first symptoms we said, what was it? First symptom, chitta ki dravata, means our heart, mind, false ego becomes melted slowly and gradually. And then second symptoms is they become purified. Suddhata becomes pure and purer. Cleansing process. And purest. So chitta ki suddhi. And symptoms that we manifest, one or two or symptoms of sattvic vikar, symptoms of ecstasy. And then third one is that when we have reawakened our pure love for Krishna, then all good qualities automatically manifest in that devotee. All dirty quality flee away. Everybody will start loving him. Because he is loving everybody. So everybody will love that devotee. Because sagun nidanatvam, meaning all good qualities of demigods, plus much more, are manifesting in his heart. Sarvai gunai tatra samasate sura. Harao bhaktasya kuto mahadguna. Swarupena dhavato bahi. Yasyasti bhakti bhagavati akinchana. Yasyasti bhakti bhagavati. Bhakti, what kind of bhakti? Bhagavati bhakti. Transcendental, loving, devotional, unalloyed devotional service. That is Bhagavati. So, yasyasti bhakti bhagavati akinchana sarvai gunai samasate sura. All the sum total of good qualities of demigods manifest in his heart, devotee's heart. So, that is sagun nidanatvam. And fourth symptoms of love of Krishna is Sri Krishna you develop intense mamata. Intense mamata means we develop intense, the mothers, they develop intense mamata for the child, newborn baby. Just like cow, vatsalya. Vatsalya. The calf is called vatsa, and cow is automatically endowed or imbibe love for the calf. Intense love, not just love, intense love. So that is mamata. So Krishna is mine, you become possessive of Krishna. Without me, he will not eat. Without me, he will not sleep. Without me, mamata, intense. And then that prema attains that madhurta, means it becomes sweeter and sweeter every day. And because that love becomes sweeter and sweeter every day, it becomes very realizable. You become madhur also along with it. You become sweeter and sweetest. So, and at this point, a devotee is totally in trance, bliss, trance of a bliss, where whole world becomes vacant. Sunyaitam jagat sarvam govinda virahena me. What do I have to do with this material world? I'm done with it. I'm finished with it. Only Krishna. Mere to giridhar gopal, dusro na koi. Bhai chhada, bandhu chhada, chhada saga soi. Jagat na rang, jagat ke rang kya dekhu. I have seen all this jagat ke rang. I have seen everything. There is nothing in it except distress. Only Krishna. So this point, a devotee comes when he has attained that pure love. This whole world, material world, is Maya, made up of Maya, produce of Maya, product of Maya, Durga. It's all illusory. Whomever in material world you love today, tomorrow you will be finished with that love. It will not last longer. Material love means stays for very, very small amount of time, because that material love is a product of sattva, rajas and tama. Dhyan do. Material love is a product of Maya. That's why we say Moh Maya or Kutumbi ki Maya or Maya. हम दोनों के बीच में माया. So whole संसार के बीच में माया. Maya paribhasha is whole material world is Maya. All these 24 elements is Maya, product of Maya. So that love, because it is material, it is product of three modes of material nature, sattva, rajas and tama. It stays for some little time, and then drastically diminishes. Because it's a product of Maya. That love is illusory. Maya is illusory. Material world is illusory. It's all illusion. Maya. So that's why that love of Maya remains fraction of a moment. Or maybe a year, 2, 3, 10, 20, finish. Whomever you love the most today, in few years you will see it will be finished. That's my experience. I have very beautiful experience. I was loving these things more than me, more than my soul. And today it's finished. Why? Because it was based on Maya. So, huh? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. So, bhautik, material love is a product of 3 modes of material nature. And that's why it does not last longer. It's a very flickering happiness. Chapala Sukha, Prahlad Maharaj says. But spiritual love is a product of product of Ahladini Sakti, Chit, Ahladini potency of Krishna. And samvit potency of Krishna. Ahladini potency of Krishna make Krishna manifest to us. That love. Krishna cannot remain aloof when intense love is flowing from you towards Krishna. It attracts Krishna. Suddha Bhakti, Krishna Akarshini Cha. Suddha Bhakti attracts Krishna. Krishna it cannot remain. He cannot remain but to manifest to you. Because it's a product of Ahladini Sakti and Samvit Sakti. Samvit Sakti. So these 2 Sakti makes Krishna interact with you. He cannot remain without interaction. So the spiritual love is a product, Swarup Sakti, product of Swarup Sakti, internal potency of Krishna. Swarup Sakti, Maya Sakti. So this is a real love, Swarup Sakti. So this spiritual love stays forever and increases forever. Anandambudhi Vardhanam. Ambudhi, the ocean of love, ever increases, ever increases. And then Radharani says that the flood of love inundated so much so that it did not have any boundaries. It override and break all the boundaries and just inundated whole existence. It inundates, increases. Anandambudhi Vardhanam. That prem ever increases. Material prem remains because it's a product of passion mostly, not sattva or tama. Product of passion and ignorance, material love. But this love, the spiritual love, love of Krishna, Radharani, is spiritual love, and it is a product of Swarup Sakti of Krishna. And that's why it stays forever, increases forever. And in devotion, if our love, reciprocation of love with Krishna doesn't remain and it comes down, then understand that it was not the spiritual interaction between me and Krishna. It was on a mundane platform. Give me, give me, give me, or he didn't give, or he gave, so I love. He take away, then my love decrease again. So it is a product of passion and ignorance. It was not spiritual love or a product of Swarup Shakti of Krishna. So these are the symptoms of love of Krishna. Now, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, he is saying the different star of love, different level of love. It's the same thing. He is giving example here. Jaise bij ikshu ras gud khand sar sarkara sita misri uttam misri yar prema buddhi kame nam sneh man pranay rag anurag bhav mahabhav hai jaise bij ikshu ras gud khand sar sarkara sita misri uttam misri yar. So prem vruddhi krame naam. So sadhan bhakti haite hai ratira uday. So when we engage ourselves in sadhana bhakti is you can go into Nectar of Devotion by Srila Rupa Goswami. What is sadhana bhakti and what is Vaidhi and Raganuga sadhana, and then Bhav bhakti and Prem bhakti. So sadhana bhakti haile hai ratira uday. Rati or Bhav is called pre-manifestation of love of Krishna. Just like Suryodaya, when sun rises, first pink rays comes into being manifest. So we know that sun is pretty soon coming on the horizon. And then when sun comes, prema, rati and prema. So rati gad haile tar prem naam hai. Prem naam kai. Rati gad. So this rati becomes more solidified, then that is called prema. And in another words, rati, prema, sneh, man, pranay, rag, anurag, bhav, mahabhav is the same thing. But he is giving example, jaise bij, sugarcane seed transforms into sugarcane. Sugarcane transforms into juice. Juice transforms into good. Good transforms into khand or refined good. Good transforms into sugar. Sugar transforms into rock sugar. As you clarify it more and more, as you purify it more and more and more, it's the same thing, but different level of purification, purifying that rati. So rati gad haite haya prema naam hai. Prem uday prem vruddhi krame sneh man pranay. So this is rati, and rati as we said, it is the product of internal potency of Krishna, Swarup Shakti. And so So, Rati means whoever got that preliminary love of Krishna, Rati, so he automatically becomes distasteful to these material objects. It becomes distasteful. So we try to withdraw from material world. It becomes cinema, oh, it was very nice, 4 shows a day. But now, you don't want to. So this is Rati Uday. And then you like to see the cinema of Krishna in New York. You went for that ISKCON cinema show. One of the, Prabhuji, Yaduvar, Prabhu, my God brother. So you've transformed from material cinema to spiritual cinema. So that is symptoms of Rati, Uday. So you withdraw from all Vishay, all object of the senses, all material world, and you engage yourself into Krishna consciousness. So this is Rati, Uday. And in that case, you become Dainya, you become very sober and very humble, you become lovable, you become many symptoms. And ultimate symptoms when you have a Rati, ultimate symptoms is you manifest those symptoms of Nayanam Galadasrudharya, Vadanam Gadgadarudayagir. We start manifesting. An initial stage when we start devotion, we manifest this. And when we go a little further and further, they disappear again, but it is there. It is there. So the Rati who have attained, their symptoms are described by Srila Rupa Goswami or Sanatana Goswami, one or another item. I don't remember, but I think it is Rupa Goswami in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. And it's called Jata Bhakta. Jata, Rati, manifest in somebody's Hriday, then he's called Jata Bhakta. So the symptoms of who has manifest Rati or Prema in his heart, the symptoms are Kshantir, Avyartha Kalatvam, Virakti, Manasunyata, Asabadda, Samutkantha, Namagane Sadaruchi, Asakti Tad Gunakhyane, Priti Tad Vasati Sthale, Iti Adayo Anubhavasyor, Jata Bhavan Kurejane. So these are the symptoms who has developed that Rati or prerequisite of love of Krishna. What are the symptoms? That he becomes most tolerant, Kshantir. We become most tolerant. Even if there is a reason to become mad or aggravated or become manifest krodha, even though there is a reason to become mad at something or somebody, but you remain cool. You remain not just. So that is kshanti. Tolerating. Tolerate. Shanti means tolerating. You become most tolerant. Vasudeva Datta, Haridas Thakur, 22 seconds, so many marketplaces. Tolerate. Kshantir. Avartha kalatvam. Avyartha kal. You don't like to waste single moment of your time. Avyartha kalatvam. And if you don't want to waste one moment of your time, then Srila Prabhupada says that you should do what? Chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Kshantir, avyartha kalatvam. Always chanting, hearing Srila Prabhupada's lectures, always Bhagavat, Jai Panchakalpatarvija Kripa Sindhu Vishpadam Pavani Vaishnava. Namo Namah. His Holiness Jai Dattva, Jai Advaita Swami Maharaj Ki. Give him chair, Maharaj chair. Yes, Maharaj, I cannot sit here. You have to sit here, Maharaj. It's a chair, Maharaj. And plus, you should take over. You will be embarrassing me, Maharaj. You should have given this class. I didn't know that you are still here. So, by your permission, thank you, Maharaj. Kshantir avyartha kalatvam. So he doesn't waste single moment of his time. Virakti, he becomes detached from material world. Starting from mind, intelligence, then gross body, and then so on and so forth. He becomes detached. Kshantir avyartha kalatvam virakti manasunyata. He doesn't expect any kind of respect for oneself. Always giving respect to others. Sakale sanman karito sakati देहोनाथ जथा जथा तभी तो गायबो हरिनाम सुखे अपराध अभिहता. So he is always ready to give respect to others, manasunyata, and never expect any respect for oneself. Virakti manasunyata, asabadda samutkantha. Ashabadda, he is always very patient. One day, Krishna will bestow his causeless mercy onto me. I am not eligible, I am not worthy of, but Krishna will. So that Asha, Baddha, Samutkantha is very eager. Samutkantha. He is always very eager to serve Krishna. Samutkantha. Asakti, nahi. Asabat Samutkantha Namagane Sadaruchi. That he is always engaged in glorifying the holy name of Krishna. Namagane Sadaruchi. Kirtaniya Sadahari. Always. That is not wasting time. Namagane Sadaruchi. Asakti tad guna khyane. That he is very attached to glorify Lord and his devotees. Asakti tad gunakhyane. And priti tad vasati sthale. And he develops the love for Dham, where Krishna has resided, and that he would like to live there or visit there. But Prabhupada says that my temples are Golok Vrindavan. Bhakti Vinod Thakur says, Jedina Gehete Golok Jedina Gehete Bhajana Dekhi Gehete Golok Bhai. When I see bhajan, pujan in my house gets transformed into Golok Vrindavan. So we have to transform our existence. So asakti tad gunakhyane, and that we always like to glorify Krishna. If somebody loves somebody, then he cannot stop talking about that. Always he wants to open up with that love, talks of love. So asakti tad gunakhyane prititas vadasitale iti adarya anubhavasya jata bhavankure jane, jata bhakta. So these are the symptoms of jata bhakta who has developed rati, means the prerequisite of love of Krishna. Before love of Krishna manifests in our heart, these symptoms become manifest. That kshanti ravyartha kalatvam virakti mana sunyata asabadda samutkantha namagane sadaruchi asakti tadgunakhyane priti tadavasati sthale iti adayonubhavasya jata bhavankure jane. Then Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami says that rati guard haile, when rati becomes solidified, then that is a prema, love of Krishna. So love of Krishna means Suryodaya. That means the rati has rati symptoms we have developed. Now prema we will experience. So I already said the symptoms and characteristics and so many things about prema. So our sattvic vikar, you become possessive of Krishna, mamata, then your all senses becomes tad-rup, in tal-link into Krishna, just like a bumblebee and lotus. Lotus becomes the bumblebee. So all this, my seniors are approaching, and I think I should stop here. I don't want to talk in front of them. So I'll stop here. But love is mamata, and then indriyo, your senses becomes absorbed in Krishna. When you develop that love, then your senses become totally absorbed in Krishna. And you become possessive of Krishna, in love of Krishna. Krishna is mine. Krishna is my exclusive property. And when you develop that love of Krishna, then we already said that love, external symptoms and internal symptoms of love. Anyway, I wanted to, maybe I'll read through, not explain or lecture on. These are the symptoms of love that is described by Narada Muni in Narad Bhakti Sutra 51. Anirvachaniyam prema swarupakam. That love of Krishna cannot be described or defined. It has to be experienced. Anirvachaniyam prema swarupam. The nature of love towards God is inexplicable in words. Mukha asvadan vat. Mukha, one who cannot speak, dumb, and you give him gulab jambu and tell him to describe the taste of gulab jambu. He cannot describe. His mukha. Mukha. Mukham karoti vachalam. Mukha. He cannot describe. So, just as the taste of a dumb man, he cannot describe the taste. So, love of Krishna cannot be described in the word experience. Prakasate ko api patre. That you have to become proper patra, proper, you have to become eligible. You have to rise above these symptoms of love. Then the love manifests. So that's what it says. You have to become. But that love of devotion manifests itself in a fit receptacle, in a qualified person only at some place or time. And guna rahitam, the love of Krishna, guna rahitam, divine love is devoid of all attributes. Kama rahitam, devoid of all desires. Pratikshanam vardhamanam, it increases, expanding every moment, increases every moment. Avichinnam, it is continuous, there is no break. And once you attain love of Krishna, you never lose it. And you never come down. You already situated in that love. You never lose that love once you attain. Avichinnam shukshmataram, that it is very subtle, most subtle, and the nature of inner experience, anubhav rupam, you experience it, you cannot describe it. And the last one, 51, 55, having once attained that, the devotee is only his object of devotion, Krishna, hears only about him, Krishna, speaks only about him, Krishna, and thinks only about him, Krishna. Tat prapyam tadev avalokanti, tadev srunoti, tadev bhasayati, tadev chintayanti. So this is the symptoms of love. I'm right on dot. Thank you very much. I'm not going to invite question answer because, or you can question Mahanubhavs here. Any question? Huh? Yeah, okay. Anybody has any question until Pujari comes on? Anybody has question at all? Maharaj will answer. There are so many devotees. Any question? Any question at all? Any question at all? Yes? Okay. Okay. So Maharaj, Jayadvaita Swami Maharaj, then next and whatever. So Jayadvaita Swami Maharaj will answer that. Okay. How to develop bhakti like Prahlad and see God in everyone. Give this to him, please.
Chant Hare Krishna. If we want to see God everywhere, first we have to hear God. Hearing is more important and more effective than seeing. We can't hear the wind. We can't see the wind, but we can hear the wind. So we may not at the present moment see God, but we can hear God. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna Hare Hare,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Is that all right?
Next question will be answered by Maharaj again. Any question? Any question? Yes, last. Here's another microphone. Okay.
Hare Krishna.
Kadamakanana Maharaj will.
Maharaj, actually, when everything going good, it's very easy to take shelter of the Lord. How to take shelter when we are like in a situation where adverse situations, like where our body and mind is not cooperating, how to take shelter during those situations?
How to take shelter of the Lord when body and mind are not cooperating. It's not that body and mind are meant to live a life of its own and to just do things just like walking in your sleep, or a mind that is uncontrolled. No. Body and mind are meant to be controlled. But it is difficult because the senses are not in control. We are controlled by our senses and therefore difficult to control body. So we have to learn this sense control by practice. Abhyasa yoga yuktena shitasanan yogamina. We have to regularly practice. So by regulation, by every day rising early, by every day chanting, by every day practicing, gradually the senses come under control. Then body and mind will start cooperating and everything will become easier like that.
The next question, Gauridas Prabhu. Gauri Prabhu, what is his name? Gauri Prabhu, is it? Huh? Okay, sorry. Thank you. Huh?
Hare Krishna. So Guru Maharaj just mentioned about the material world. Love is comprised of 3 modes of material nature, but the spiritual love is not. So how do we know on daily basis that spiritual love is increasing on a daily basis, and how do we keep a parameter of it, that we are going in the right direction? Maybe we feel within that we are going in the right direction and we are increasing our spiritual love, but what is the parameter we can keep every day so that we know we are progressing gradually? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Firstly, it's wonderful to be here in New Jersey. It's my first visit to America. And I think that to be in the Hare Krishna movement for over 30 years and not to come to New York where it all began, and to hear New Jersey, or is it New Gujarat? I'm not sure. I've been getting confused going around. But with regards to the development of love within our hearts, I think Srila Prabhupada mentioned that just as a young girl and a young boy become naturally attracted to one another, feelings of love arise within the heart. I don't think when we are falling in love, in this case with the Divine Personality of Krishna, then the natural symptoms of love become manifest in our hearts. Our minds become more and more attracted. We become more and more interested. We develop a steadiness in our devotion called Nishtha. And just gradually, more and more, especially if we're engaging in Shravanam, Kirtanam, and Smaranam, if we're hearing about Krishna and his activities, if we're singing his names, and we're thinking of his form, then his charm Krishna means all attractive, which in another sense means absolute charm, absolute irresistible charm. So if we're in contact with Krishna through hearing about him, singing his glories, remembering his pastimes, hearing his qualities, then gradually our devotion will go from steadiness to a stage which is called ruchi, which means we begin to feel a delight, an absolute delight in performing devotional service. Then from that delight comes a very deep attachment, where devotional service to Krishna means more to us than everything else in the material universe. And then gradually, with that very, very strong attachment, then Krishna's divine potency, his Ladini Shakti, his Samvit Shakti, or his what's called the Bhava, descends on our heart and empowers our heart to be able to see and to relish Krishna. Krishna reveals himself, revelation comes. So gradually the symptoms of love begin to appear. When we feel them, we won't need anyone to tell us that we have them or we don't have them. There'll be no question in our mind. There's only question when love is absent. But when love is present, we can see, even when we see love is present in another person, we can see all the symptoms. So, in a very natural, spontaneous way, and through the devout practice of unconditional devotional service, then gradually, by the mercy of Prabhupada and in the association of devotees, we will see and experience symptoms of love become manifest within us. We just have to be patient, dedicated, and absolutely confident. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. There are two questions which I wanted to ask. How do you control anger? Because that's something that comes instantaneously and spontaneously, right? How do you control? I know chanting Hare Krishna might solve that partially, but how do you control that? And to add to her question, she was asking, how do you convert yourself from the divine, the mortality to spirituality? You said your answer was completely valid, and you said the moment you go close to Krishna, you know that you're getting close there. But what is the starting point for that? Because there are times wherein you don't know how to start and where to start. How do you do that?
Whose question is this? I can tell you my starting point. Do you know the city of Glasgow in Scotland? So I was living there as a young man. I grew up in a Christian family, a Catholic family. Religion was a very confusing thing because we were divided into Catholics and Protestants. And we were becoming very, very confused about the meaning of life. We needed to know more. We were doing different things to try to understand more the meaning of life. In our own churches, we'd ask questions, and they would just say, well, you have a soul, but we wanted to know, what is the soul? What's the characteristics of the soul? How can I experience my soul? And we were all very distressed. But then someone gave us books. The Science of Self-Realization the Back to Godhead magazines. And the starting point for us was just looking at the pictures in the books. The pictures of the soul traveling from childhood through life. And our very big question was, why is there such inequality in life, where one person's enjoying, another person's suffering? What kind of God is there? I mean, if there's nothing before this one life we have, then what kind of God is it? If we only have one life, which we were brought up to believe, then what kind of God creates a whole situation of inequality in everyone's lives? As soon as we read the Gita, in a few words, because it was very difficult, we couldn't even say Bhagavad Gita. Reading a few words about the transmigration of the soul, reincarnation. We'd never heard of reincarnation. We'd never heard of karma. You've grown up with these things. We'd never heard of any of this. And in the books it kept repeating, just chant Hare Krishna, just chant Hare Krishna. And I kept putting it off continuously, until one day, the day after Christmas, I think it was, I was decorating a Christmas tree. And I just began to chant, finally. And as I began to chant, I just became overwhelmed, absolutely overwhelmed. I had to sit down with tears in my eyes, and I just thought, this thing, or this name, is something far greater than me, far greater than my imagination. For me, that was the starting point. Now, I think you may be a bit ahead of that. You have a cultural background, you've heard of Krishna since you were born, so you should be way ahead of me. Yeah? So I think the starting point you know. The starting point you know, it's embracing it with both arms, with both hands, and with your heart, with conviction. Perhaps that's what's a little more is required. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. My question is like, what is the time? Actually, once we are doing the Sravanam, Kirtanam, Asmananam, Bandhanam, we are already connected. But what will be the point when we will realize that now we have to go and take the, Guru? Selecting a Guru, what is the trigger point that we will decide that now it is the right time to go for the initiation? Hare Krishna.
When is the time that we should go for initiation? Tad vijnanartam sa guru meva abhigacche. The Shastra says that one should go to the Guru when one is serious about understanding the real purpose of life. Otherwise, there's no point. The Guru is not approached as a fashion, as a formality, as a social obligation. One should approach the Guru when one is serious, when one sees the problematic nature of life in this world, and one is serious about solving those problems. Then one should approach a bona fide spiritual master. Then, initiation means first we approach, we hear, and after hearing for some time, when we're convinced, yes, this person is capable, this person is competent, I have faith that this person will properly guide me, this person is teaching the actual message of Shastra. Then initiation. The initiation means that I have to surrender. What the spiritual master says, I'll do. Then one should approach the spiritual master. Just a doctor. When you don't approach the doctor just as a social function, when you know that you seriously need some medical treatment. And when you're convinced, then you approach the doctor. The doctor says, it's this, it's this, it's this. You have to do this. Then if you're serious and if you trust the doctor, then you'll say, all right, now I'll do what you say. Is that all right? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. What is Krishna's most favorite incarnation?
Hare Krishna. Krishna is always the supreme enjoyer. In any form that he takes, he has unlimited forms. Advaitam achyutam ananta rupam. In all these forms, he's always the enjoyer. And he enjoys appearing in different forms. However, in his original form, he is able to enjoy the most. Because in that original form, he has the closest relationships with his devotees. Because Krishna, he is all-powerful. And who wouldn't want to be all-powerful? It's enjoyment. Krishna is unlimitedly rich. Who would not enjoy that? Krishna has so many wonderful qualities. He can speak any language that he desires. He can speak even to animals, to human beings. So, Krishna has so many things to enjoy in comparison to us. Krishna's body is fully spiritual. It is blissful. It is eternal. So, Krishna has ample of opportunity to enjoy. But the thing that Krishna enjoys the most is loving relationships with his devotees. And nowhere is Krishna, in not any incarnation, in any form, is he enjoying such intimate, loving relationships as he is in Vrindavan, in his original form. Therefore, it's in his original form that Krishna is enjoying the most, without a doubt. Because there are the most wonderful, loving relationships. I'm supposed to be singing. I'm wanting to sing.
Hare Krishna. My question is, we keep hearing all the time that when you are ecstatic in love with Krishna, you'll have tears in your eyes. Why it has to be like tears in the eyes? Why a person has to be crying when he's loving for Krishna?
hear the question. I missed the question.
Why, when there's love, are there tears in the eyes? That's one expression of love. Sometimes there's crying, sometimes there's laughing, sometimes there's dancing. Not just that love means crying. And sometimes the cheap devotees, people know that there's love when there's tears in the eyes, so they put a little chili in the eye and they're crying. But when there's love, sometimes there'll be tears, tears of love. Sometimes there'll be laughter in love. It's not only just tears, tears, tears. But when there's love, all of these things will be there. Laughter will be there, tears will be there, everything. But the Goswamis have emphasized that it's not just that we look at these symptoms. Oh, he's dancing, he must be in ecstasy. He's crying, he's rolling on the ground, he's laughing, he must be in ecstasy. They look to these symptoms that Kratu Prabhu was describing earlier. That avyarta kalatvam, he doesn't waste any of his time. He's always engaged in Krishna's service. He has a taste, namagana sadaruchi, he has a taste, he always gets a taste for chanting Hare Krishna. These symptoms, how he's always engaged in devotional service, that's real love. Not just the external show of tears or shivering, but service. How he's always engaged in the service of the Lord, how he's always glorifying Krishna, those symptoms. Is that all right? Hare Krishna.
How many powers does Krishna have? How many powers does Krishna have?
Cows. How many cows does Krishna have? Yeah?
Powers.
Powers. How many powers does Krishna have? How high can you count?
Up to 100.
Yeah. More than that.
Hare Krishna. Sometimes I go to different temples and I see Krishna statue in a black form, sometimes in a blue form, or sometimes just kind of cream. What are the representation of these colors?
Yes, it's true. We see a great variety in the deity forms, sometimes white, sometimes black, sometimes brass, like almost golden, right? And we read that Krishna is blackish. So when we see the white form of the deity, we may wonder, how? Then we are in some temples, and we see that the deity has a round face. In another temple, the deity has like a more slim face. And then you wonder, how is it with these deities? Can they just carve them in any way they like? Isn't it that, there are very strict rules by which the deities are to be carved? No. There are standards, and there are certain rules, certain postures that the deity takes. But in scriptures it says, in the Hari Bhakti Vilas, it mentions that one may worship a form of the deity which is made out of various materials. It may be made out of wood, it may be made out of stone, it can be made out of blackish stone, or it can be made out of white stone or reddish stone. It can be made out of clay. And Krishna agrees to manifest himself in these forms. So it's not that we should just think here is necessarily an artist's conception that is going to make the perfect picture of how Krishna looks in the spiritual world. No, Krishna simply said, you can make a form of me in these various materials, and through this form, I'll accept all your offerings. So in that way, we can have a white Krishna on the altar or a brass Krishna on the altar, and we can have different forms of Krishna looking a little different, but he manifests himself through all these forms and accepts our worship, and that is the essence. One time, I was in a Sunday program invited with the vice president of our Delhi temple, and they asked us also to do a joint program. And instead of having question and answers, our devotee, by the way, he was a lawyer. So I thought, since he's a lawyer, let's turn it into a debate. And we asked the question, which deity is the most beautiful? Now, I am representing Vrindavan because that's the temple where I joined and stayed for many years. It's still my home temple. And of course, Radha Shama Sundar in Vrindavan are the most beautiful. Of course, there's no question about it. But he was from Delhi, so he was arguing, no, Radha Parthasarathi are the most beautiful. And we had big argument. I would say naturally in his home in Vrindavan, Krishna is taking the most beautiful form. Then he would argue, no, Krishna is more beautiful in Kurukshetra because he leaves his home out of his causeless mercy. Like this, we would argue and argue and argue about the form of Krishna. But in the end, we understood that that form of Krishna that you worship, that is the most beautiful form of the Lord. That is where you make the connection with the Lord. Then it doesn't matter, black stone, white stone, green stone, whatever stone or metal. It's that deity that we serve. That is where we will meet Krishna. Next question must be for Kratu, Prabhu, because Kratu, because he's sitting there smiling. No, it's not like that. You're not a controller. It doesn't matter. To Kratu Prabhu ke liye to koi prasna mil jayega. I am here for kirtan.
All right. The reservoir of all questions.
There's a place in the Bhagavatam where Krishna is addressing Balaram as the original personality of Godhead. And since we also know that Balaram is Krishna's first expansion, why is he referring to Balaram as the original? I do understand that they are the same person, just difference in color and role. Balaram is Krishna's servant. But I also understand that he's expansion, so I'm trying to reconcile.
I'm not taking it. This one's yours. Balaram is Krishna. So Krishna says to Balaram, you're the original personality of Godhead. Because Balaram is not different from Krishna. And Balaram can also say to Krishna, you're the original personality of Godhead. Because they're the same person. They may appear in different forms, just like I had a ring once with a stone, and in some light the stone appeared orange or amber, and in some light it appeared blue. But it was the same stone. So Krishna is one, but sometimes he appears black, sometimes he appears white, sometimes he appears as Krishna, sometimes he appears as Balaram. So this applies. Although we, from another point of view, we say Krishna is the original, Balaram is the next, then there's the next. From another point of view, there's no difference. Advaitam achyutam anadim anantarupam. So Balaram is also the original personality of Godhead. Yeah, you can say that Vishnu is the original personality of Godhead. You can say that Nrsingadeva is the original personality of Godhead because they're not different from Krishna. Krishna is the original, but the expansions of Krishna are also Krishna. Why do we reserve that term for Krishna? From one angle of vision, yes, Nrsingadeva is non-different from Krishna. We say no, Advaitam, Achyutam, Anadim, Anantarupam. There's no difference between Krishna and Balaram. There's no difference between Krishna and Nrsingadeva. There's no difference between Krishna and Kurmarup or Varahadev. They're all Krishna, but they're appearing in different forms. Just like there's some actor, and someday he appears as Hamlet, someday he appears as Othello, someday he appears as Julius Caesar, someday he appears as somebody else, but he's the same actor. He's just appearing in different roles, different dresses. So Krishna is appearing in so many different forms. Do we put Lord Balaram in a different category? The same category, Vishnu category. The category of the personality of Godhead. Personality of Godhead is one category. The living entities are another category. So in the personality of Godhead category, Krishna is there, Vishnu is there, Balaram is there, Nrsingadeva is there. All the personality of Godhead. Another answer, is that all right? Another answer, what did she say?
She said, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'll give you another answer that Prabhupada, the day after installing Krishna Balaram in Vrindavan, Prabhupada was walking down the Bhaktivedanta Swami Marg, and he was telling a pastime from Srimad Bhagavatam that Krishna is flattering Balaram, that my dear brother, all of these trees are bowing down to offer respect to your lotus feet. These bees that are humming, they're all great sages, and they're offering respect to you. So if you like, you can take it that Krishna's respecting Balaram as the original personality of Godhead because he's flattering him. Could Prabhupada use that word? Krishna is flattering Balaram. Oh, you're so great. Think about it.
It's a good answer, but you have to think about it. You have to digest the answers, not just ask the question.
Yeah, there's a breakdown of the different categories. There are two things. One thing is that we think in categories. This is this, this is this, this is this, this is this, this is that, and we analyze in so many different categories. Then there's another level at which all the categories are lost. Krishna, Vasudeva Sarvamiti. Krishna says, I'm everything. I'm the light of the sun. I'm the light of the moon. I'm Brahma. I'm the shark. I'm the makara. I'm the this. I'm this. Then all the categories. If you look in any category, and what is that? That's Krishna. Krishna fills all the categories. Now what are you going to do with your categories? Whatever category you look to, it's Krishna. Just like Lord Brahma, after stealing the cows, he came back and he saw that all the cowherd boys were Krishna, and all the calves were Krishna. And not only that, Krishna was expanding himself in all these things. He saw that all the grass was part of the energy of Krishna. That everything that was just nothing but Krishna. He's the most intellectual person, Adi Kavi. So intellectual means, you know, like you take an intelligence test, the round ones go in this category, the cones go in this category, this is in that category. He's the most intelligent, he knows how to categorize everything. But at that point, all the categories broke down. There's nothing but you. Vasudeva Sarvamiti. Therefore, Krishna is called Achintya. We can't, by our thinking power only, pull Krishna into the palm of our hand and understand him. We have to serve, that's all. Then we'll understand to some extent.
Hare Krishna, thank you so much for class. You were saying earlier if we're engaging in material activities, it's Maya, and I was wondering how to spiritualize material activities. Oh, sorry. Yeah, earlier in class you were saying about engaging in material activities as Maya. How do you spiritualize material activities?
Thank you for your question, Hare Krishna. When the object of everything that we do is Lord Krishna, then the activities are completely spiritualized. When Krishna is when all pleasures for Krishna, when all service is for Krishna, when all love is for Krishna, when all endeavors are for Krishna, when everything's for Krishna, then activities are completely spiritualized. When the object of activities is ourself, when activities are self-serving, when the object is ourself or something within this material world, separate from Krishna, then it's material activities. Does that help? Thank you. We're all really looking forward to the Kirtan of Kadamba Kanana Maharaj, so, which is the answer to all questions, really.
Hare Krishna, done with pranam. So my question is that sometimes when we're trying to become devotees, why do we, or rather, we face so many obstacles. Sometimes the obstacles are big, sometimes they're small. So how is the right way, or what is the correct way to beg for mercy in such a way that we're not trying to get rid of the obstacles, but we can become stronger in our devotional service and continuously try to serve to Krishna without any problems?
Devotional service is like a very powerful flow of mercy. So we may pray for mercy, but we're basically already receiving it. And it's just a matter of taking to devotional service. And that devotional service to Krishna will purify us and will awaken natural attachment to Krishna and to serving Krishna. And in the course of that devotional service, our material desires or material obstacles, all these things, they become smaller. Like in the introduction to the Chaitanya Charitamrita, Srila Prabhupada explains how it's like devotional service takes us up, like going up in a plane. Gradually we come up and everything begins to look very small. So all the obstacles become smaller. Little matchbox houses, tiny toy cars, insignificant. Ah, yes, a problem here, a problem there. Oh, not so serious, because I have devotional service. So the key to rising over these obstacles is not just praying, 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 please take away my obstacles, but the key to rise above is to simply get very seriously absorbed in service. And the more we take up service and commit ourselves to service and take responsibility in service, then all the obstacles become smaller and smaller day by day until even a big obstacle looks insignificant. And that's how we see how great devotees, they have so many obstacles, but it doesn't upset their mind. They're not affected by it. We see Srila Prabhupada, so many obstacles, but he didn't sit there, oh, all these obstacles, all these obstacles. He was just absorbed in serving Krishna. So that is the trick. Obstacles are part of the material world. It's designed like that. It says in Vaikuntha, you see the ladies in Vaikuntha, they are also sweeping. They have beautiful palaces with marble floors and they're sweeping, just like in the material world. But there is one difference, there's no dust. So why are they sweeping? Why are they sweeping if there's no dust? We only sweep because there's dust. But they're sweeping because the essence of sweeping is not to remove the dust, but the essence is to serve Krishna or serve the Lord. So they're serving. That is the essence. So they're not looking at all the dust. But the material world, to help us serve Krishna, there are obstacles to make us stronger in our commitment. We need the obstacles. Otherwise, we wouldn't become strong in our surrender to Krishna. Obstacles make us stronger.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, please accept my obeisances. Taking a thread from Mataji, how do we consider Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, although from Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya, we know that Krishna and Mahaprabhu are non-different, but is it appropriate to think that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is an expansion of Krishna and is an incarnation of Krishna? Often we are dealt with such challenging questions when we go for an outreach programs, Maharaj. How do we help them to make sure that Krishna and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are non-different? Or is it appropriate to make them believe that Krishna, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is an expansion of Sri Krishna?
Jai Gaura Shri Krishna. That same personality of Godhead, Krishna, appears as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Generally speaking, most people are not, sophisticated in these categories, expansion or plenary portion or portion of a plenary portion. These are sophisticated concepts. But it's a simple thing. Krishna appears as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That's all. The same Krishna is there. Krishna Varnam Tusha Krishna Sango Pangastra Parshadam. Yagyai Sankirtana Prayarya Jantihi Sumedasa. He's Krishna, and when Krishna wants to show how to be a devotee of Krishna, he appears as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It's a simple thing. Is that all right? Okay. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
So let's thank all the wonderful assembly of senior exalted Vaishnavas here. His Holiness Jayadeva Swami, His Holiness Kadamakanana Maharaj, His Grace Kratu Prabhu, His Grace Gauri Prabhu. So let's welcome them loud. Hari Bol! Hari Bol! Hari Bol! Yeah. His Grace Gauri Prabhu is coming here for the first time, as he mentioned, to US. But he's a managing director of our Bhaktivedanta Manor in London, and the most successful temple in temples outside India. So we're very fortunate to have him here in New Jersey. Same way, Kratu Prabhu, also we are very fortunate to have him in New Jersey. And Kadamakanana Maharaj, Guru Maharaj, yeah. So we're going to have a wonderful kirtan by His Holiness Kadamakanana Maharaj. Maharaj, like to do kirtan here in the front. Okay. Did you have a book or something? He also, His Grace Kratu Prabhu has just recently written a book. They are in Hindi, Anand Ki Aur and Sadhu Sangha. And Sadhu Sangha. So these two wonderful books Kratu Prabhu has written, so if anybody will like to take. It's also available in pen drive.
This is a Hindi lecture and English lecture.
Hindi and English lecture in pen drive by His Grace Kratu Prabhu. So please take this opportunity to have these wonderful books from him. Okay, Hare Krishna.
On this side. Any other mic for the harmonium? in mine? I'll take it. No stand. It's like fine. So, okay. Yeah, it's on. It's all good. No, it's time on. Okay. Yeah, just leave it now. Namaya Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nityanamine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyari Asya Chade Satarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Bhaktavrinda Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Keep it going. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Come on. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. जोर से Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Slowing down. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Just a little more, a little faster. A little faster. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Nitai Gaura Premanande Ananta Koti Vaisnava Vrinda Ki Jai. Nitai Gaura Premanande Nitai Gaura Haribo 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 Nitai Gaura Haribo. Nitaye Gaur Premanande Gaura Bhaktavinda ki jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajagachaya Stotra Satasisi Madhabai Charanaravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki jai. ISKCON Samstapakarchaya Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki jai. Ananta Kuti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Prem Si Kaho Si Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Si Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda ki jai. Sri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shamakunda Radha Gunda Giri Govardhan ki jai. Sri Vrindavan Dham ki jai. Sri Ramayapur ki jai. Sri Jagannath Puri Dham ki jai. Gangamaya Munamaya ki jai. Samaveta Bhaktavinda ki jai. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So we request all the youth to please sing Hare Krishna for Bhavanya Prabhu. Today is Bhavanya Prabhu's birthday. They have sponsored the feast, so we're going to cut the cake. So please, all of you, if you can play Hare Krishna song and sing with us, please cut this.
Hare Krishna to you, Hare Krishna to you, Hare Krishna divine you, Hare Krishna to you, Hare Rama to you, Hare Rama to you, Hare Rama divine you, Hare Rama to you. Riva!
Abba.
Hare